Hi everybody. Finally, we'll be talking about our review for Blade Runner 2049. Sorry for not uploading it in a while.
So, Blade Runner 2049 follows Kay, a new recruit for the LAPD who's tasked with finding and killing a replicant baby. However, along the way, he makes a startling discovery that makes him rethink the purpose of his mission.
So let's start our review of the way the movie looks. So I think Roger Deakins does his personal best shooting this movie.
Yeah, the color palette for the movie is just gorgeous. It's this sort of orangish color palette at times, and then there's like a more blue color palette, but it's very vivid and it makes the characters and like all the textures that you see on screen look very detailed and realistic despite the occasional use or very frequent use of CGI in this movie.
Well, yeah. And the production design is very great. It makes Los Angeles look really futuristic. So yeah.
Yeah, this overall, just the whole set of this movie transports you into the Blade Runner universe. And now we're going to talk about the pacing and plot. So one thing we really like about the movie is that it takes its time developing the character of Kay and investing the viewer in the mystery behind the film. It doesn't really rush through all the plot points. It's like a by today's standards, it's honestly a pretty slow movie.
Well, well, it sort of like takes the first 140 minutes or like the last movie. It's slow and it's like trying to tell the story over time.
Yeah. We mostly don't have any problems with pacing or the general plot progression whatsoever, except for the final 20 minutes. We're not going to spoil it, but it sort of takes a wrong turn and kind of just makes the movie feel more like a generic sci-fi flick. But the very final 2 minutes kind of turns that around, and it goes back to being like the great film that it is.
Well, I think like Denis Villeneuve didn't do as well like the plot shifts like in other movies like Prisoners
Yeah,
and
for sure. Yeah, in those movies, there's definitely like quite there are like some amazing twists, or and the pacing, of course, is also flawless. Here, it just doesn't land as well. So now we're going to talk about the performances, and I think absolutely the highlight of the movie is Ryan Gosling, who delivers a phenomenal performance as Kay, and he just perfectly captures the tone of this movie, especially in his body movements. If you watch him, his facial expression, the way he walks is like perfectly choreographed almost, and that's like a really subtle thing, but he perfectly captures the movie's tone in that way.
well, like he doesn't talk that much in the beginning, and that so like later you can find out more and more. He starts talking and telling the story, well, about his background, and it's sort of like a they tell his character like in a film noir. In the beginning, you don't know much about him, but as the story goes on, you find out more and more about it.
Yeah, that's what Ryan Gosling is just good at. He doesn't have to like, he doesn't engage whoever's watching him necessarily through what he says. It's just the way he
His facial, like how
yeah, just hammering the point that we've said before. And Harrison Ford, well, okay, this may be a bit of a spoiler, but it's not really. He does return for the sequel, and
well, it's
he
not even on the poster. There's
that's true. He's on the poster, but his portrayal of Deckard here is honestly better than the original Blade Runner, which we would probably recommend you check out if you want to watch the sequel. By the way,
well, the thing is, it's a lot slower than this movie. So,
yeah,
so I think Jared Leto isn't as strong as the rest of the cast.
yeah. He's sort of typecast, and he acts really weird in the way he usually does, and you don't really take much away from his character, even though he acts just strange.
Yeah, I think this might be a spoiler, but he isn't even that great of an antagonist.
Yeah, he's not. He's definitely well. He isn't the only antagonist per se, but yeah, he isn't like as the main antagonist. He's not really the best. Um, Ana de Armas here definitely. This is her breakout role for sure. She plays this robot Joy, and she's like Kay's companion partner. She kind of walks this fine line where she acts somewhat robotic, yet at the same time she has this semblance of a human personality in the way she interacts with Kay, and that's like something that is highlighted in the film, and that's done really well by De Armas's performance and the direction by Villeneuve.
So let's talk about the score. So, due to us not being fans of electrical music,
Yeah,
that Hans Zimmer score was all right. He didn't do his best like in other movies such as Inception and Interstellar.
Interstellar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but other than the score, which you can't necessarily blame on like direction. This film is gorgeously shot. Its plot progresses very well, except for maybe the final 20 minutes, and the pacing is good, and you're invested in the story. And what's also great about this is this doesn't try to like just be a setup for something else. This movie is like its own movie. It's not just the sequel to Blade Runner. It has its own contained story, which that's what makes it so great. And because of that, its entertainment quality, you being invested in it, we give it an A plus.
Well, except like even it's really entertaining, but there's minor errors that you might not notice.
Yeah, but entertainment is the errors that you would notice. They're not going to detract much from your entertainment. So we're definitely giving this an A plus just because of
Oh,
that.
and the quality. Due to
Yeah,
us not
quality.
being that fans of Hans Zimmer score, we
Yeah,
lowered
yeah, as
it
we
from
said
A
before.
plus to an A. So
Yeah,
So we would like to recommend this to people which enjoy film noirs and French
sci-fi,
film, yeah, sci-fi and French film
sci-fi for sure.
noirs, which really like make which really like inspired this movies. So hope you have a good day and goodbye.
Yeah, let us know what we'd like to review next in our community tab or in our the comments for this video. Yeah, okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.